We are speaking with Alan Todd today, founder and CEO of Roseon Finance, to talk about what are the problems there are in the cryptocurrency space and how his latest project is going to solve this. Welcome, Alan. It's great to have you on the show. Before we talk about your project, could you give our audience a quick introduction of yourself?
Yes, thank you for inviting me to the show. And I want to start with apologizing if the quality of the audio and the quality of the video is poor. We're running around and we're making our best effort to make this happen. I'm in a co-working space, and it seems to have the needed equipment to do this interview. So I am Alan Todd. I'm the founder of Roseon Finance. I'm originally Vietnamese. My family was born and raised. I was born and raised in Vietnam, but when we were young, we emigrated to Canada, where I lived in Toronto. I grew up and I went to school, and I actually started my professional life in Toronto. I worked many years as an IT business development manager and a consultant. So I did a lot of technology consulting for big enterprises. In 2016, I discovered Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I've always had the entrepreneurship in me. So during my many years, I have tried many little businesses, but somehow in 2016, I made that decision to leave my corporate job, and as well leave Canada, moved to Vietnam and started my first blockchain company, Alpha Blockchain. So that's where we provided ICO and crypto and blockchain consulting in the Southeast Asia region. Of course, then we witnessed 2018, the great bear market. So I closed the shop, closed the company, but I continue on and did consulting in blockchain space. I worked for supported a number of companies. And then about a year or so ago, started building this app. And we're here today. Everything's happening so perfectly. Building the app, finishing the app, building an NFT app with DeFi. And right now, those are the two hardest things in the space today. And we're in a super bull market.
Yes, so I've read about Roseon Finance. It's dealing with several aspects, like you said, NFT, DeFi, and I believe also CeFi as well. So what are the problems that you see currently exist in the cryptocurrency space, and how would Roseon fix this?
So the main reason why, and you will see that this application is extremely easy to use. So in the space today, if we take a little journey back from how things started, everybody started building the protocol. So everybody focused on the technology, and then we're at a stage where everyone's trying to make those protocols scalable, right? So while Polygon and Ethereum and Polkadot are trying to win the platform race and build the fastest and acquire the most application onto the platform, we want to focus on our users. We want to make the experience as easy, as pleasant as possible. You're a farmer. If you are a farmer out there, you know how hard it is. You need to farm. If you want to farm cake, you got to go on Pancake. And then if you want to, do something with sushi, then you may have to on Sushi. And jumping across multiple platforms to either swapping tokens or bridging tokens, it's very scary and it's very uneasy, especially when you're dealing with large amount of money. So for us, our idea is we take all of these cool technologies. Our partners are doing great work with building awesome technology. We want to bring it all into that one ecosystem, the one friendly, safe environment, what we call Roseon Finance, so that we bring DeFi, we bring NFT marketplaces and all these yield opportunities to you. So you don't have to go out there and hop to different platforms.
Yes, I experienced, I'm actually a DeFi farmer myself and visiting all the sites and start accumulating tokens. And there's to a point that, like you said, the amount of tokens that people move around gets so large that people started to worry about, the actual risk of what if something happened? What if you transfer coins from one ecosystem to another that it doesn't arrive there? It can be a really nightmare, and especially when it actually happens to you, then you don't know who to contact, and if you reach out to the team, will they like actually try to help you out? Yeah, so I think Roseon is bringing DeFi, CeFi, and NFT into one app. Can be really user friendly, and this is a very daunting task because we see there's project that just focus on NFT. There's project that's focused only on swapping tokens, and Roseon is doing so much more and bring into one app. And could you tell us what team you have assembled to take on this daunting task?
So, before the successful raise, we were bootstrapping, and my CTO, I've been working with her for many years. So she's helped me in my past startups as well. So we've been in blockchain, building up blockchain application since 2017, I would say. So we bootstrap, but with the recent fundraising success, I'm able to have the flexibility to bring on more, experts onto the team. We just recently hired 3-4 devs, blockchain backend devs, and 3 UX expert, UX and front UX and product development expert. So again, we are an app, right? And we are a technology company, but we want to make sure the application is very easy to use, and we want to make sure that we have enough skill sets to make that happen, to transfer or translate the technology into a couple of clicks. Okay, I'm onboarding major people with lots of connection, because we believe that the approach that we're taking, we're targeting newbies or new people to invest into crypto. So one of our goals is to build a network of corporate and enterprises, so that that way it's that word of mouth, it's that trust. And then, just getting, and there's a lot of people during this period of the bull run, there's a lot of people who has called me and asked me how to get started. So I wish this app was ready then, and we could have just asked them to log in and make a couple of clicks, and they would have been able to either farm or even stake and earn some steady revenue or yield.
Yes, I think like you said, user adoption is definitely picking up, but still slow. I think by looking at some on-chain activities, people see retail just started coming in, say last month. I think they couldn't resist anymore. They have seen the news too many times that it's finally starting to get in. And as for the corporate side, I think they are really taking a hard look at Bitcoin and to see whether it makes sense for them to hold BTC in the treasuries.
Yeah.
And looking at your roadmap, it looks like your Android app is already online, and there's iOS in the plan as well. So could you tell us what have you achieved so far, and what are the next steps for Roseon Finance?
Yeah. So we actually built this app probably 2 months ago, and we did a quick soft launch, and it was on both Android and iOS. But then when we started taking serious planning for the fundraising and scaling the operation, we actually hired a legal firm, and we wanted to make sure that we complied with everything. And then, of course, based on the legal advisory, we had to take the app down. We were not following any sort of regulations. So speaking of that, we're almost obtaining our license. So we will have a license to what we call the e-wallet license and the crypto exchange license. That should allow us to operate in most jurisdictions except for China, US, and maybe a few more. But at least this way, we provide that support, that ease, or that trust from our user. Yeah, and so the app works. We had to take it down, and then now we're putting back up. We registered again, registering the company in Hong Kong and in Singapore, making sure that everything is following the rules, and so that in the future we are not, we don't get slapped with any legal issues.
Yes, and your team, as you mentioned earlier, the operations team is based out of Vietnam. Do you see a lot of opportunities in Southeast Asia, and is that where you will start pushing out on marketing?
So Vietnam takes up the biggest trading volume in Southeast Asia, bigger than Singapore. Okay, and then of course, because we're targeting Asia and Southeast Asia, the mobile penetration here is huge. Everybody owns one or two mobile phone. There's internet access everywhere. So just for example here, if I needed data, I could just go to any cafe and I would be able to connect to an internet, and I'm online. And as well as the vibrant and the technology embracing generation. It's a very young generation. These guys were deprived of wealth and of access to wealth and of access to investment. And you know what? Now we're giving it to them. We're making it available for them through a couple of clicks.
Every cryptocurrency project or blockchain project has their own token. And for the Roseon ecosystem, it's the Roseon token. Could you tell us, how does it fit into your ecosystem? What are the use cases?
Yeah. So the perfect example of our solution is really is similar to the BNB token, right? So how Binance started was they had a centralized exchange, and of course they did a great job expanding and growing that application. And then of course they started building more use cases like launch pads, and of course the thing that really made BNB go crazy was the DeFi applications. So we're doing the same thing. To hold Roseon token, you get special access to our ecosystem. You get discounted access or discounted fees, right? So right now, well, we're a hybrid solution. We have the centralized app. We're building the decentralized app. So we're catering to the best of both worlds. We're gonna bring in CeFi users, and CeFi users and CeFi applications are extremely user-friendly. DeFi applications are not user-friendly, but they can scale very fast, and they bring on the entire crypto community. So we're using the two platforms to bring in all of our users, and our job is to bring them all into one roof and make it easy for them, make it so seamless that they didn't even know that. Oh wow! So just imagine you're logging into the app, and under preferences, you click this option, and it says, would you like Roseon to manage your keys, or you manage your own keys? That one button is a lot of work, but from a user's perspective, is that one button.
Yes, this is definitely very interesting because most platforms don't give you this choice. Either like, here's a key, like take care of it, don't lose it, or be like, we're never going to show you, so just trust us. And Roseon is taking a really new direction that you just have this choice. So it can be really interesting because it caters to, like you said, both the DeFi and the CeFi audience. And where do you see Roseon in 2 years' time?
I'm very excited, and I'm actually very nervous of May 10th. It sort of sets the mark of how we're going to move and do business moving forward. all of this is crazy. Fundraising is great. We've met so many awesome people. We're making so many good partners, and we want to make sure that we establish those relationships and make those partnerships a reality, right? So May 10th sort of concludes our fundraising, and then we've already lined up a number of partners, and that's something that I've done in the past, partnerships, and I have a huge network in this region, but is making the right partnership to help to expand our ecosystem, to acquire users, yeah, and to build extend the community. So so I can see that 2 years from now, we are a major player in this region, and our ecosystem will be more than just the application, the mobile application. There'll be, you know, a full ecosystem in place.
What chains do you support right now for DeFi, and or is it because you're CeFi, so basically theoretically you support everything that you want to support?
Yeah, so we already support Ethereum, and in 4 days we're launching on Binance Chain, and then of course I've already lined up with most of the platforms, so that we plan to launch support for each platform within a month away. So we're talking to Avalanche, we're talking to Polygon, and a number of other platforms to support their chain and support their token. After that, we then can bring in all of their services, either DeFi, either NFT applications. So we'll bring those in.
Well, Alan, it's really nice chatting with you. Before we close, could you tell our audience where to follow Roseon Finance? Yes.
So during this time, there's lots of crazy imposters and fake channels, fake telegrams, fake websites, and fake campaigns. So to make sure you go to 2 sources, our Telegram channel and our Twitter channel, and I hope that it will be displayed within the you know, in the text of this video. Make sure you go to our source, our Telegram, our Twitter, to get the real, the accurate information, the accurate website, and even the smart contract, and our, you know, our pool.
Yes, not many projects get this kind of imposters and fake sites. This really means that Roseon Finance definitely has a lot of traction, and these are really achievement unlocks. So congrats on all these fake sites and fake tokens.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, and good luck with Roseon Finance. And we look forward to seeing a successful product launch.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.